everyone, so today we are talking all about gray hair and whether or not people with gray hair can be flattered by bright, clear colors. Now, I often find that when people gray, they want to wear muted, soft colors because they feel that they're more muted and more soft and more low contrast than they were before, okay? However, I will show you two examples in this video where I think that these two ladies look so much better in bright colors, clear colors, than they do in muted, soft colors. And it has to do a lot with their body type in this case, but it also has to do with their skin undertone itself. And so we'll get into all of that. Before we get into that, let me introduce myself. I am Miriam, and I do body typing, color typing, and basically everything in between. So I offer a body typing and a color typing and something called the full report through my website. And at this point, I have worked with thousands of clients of all ethnicities, all ages, and I'm so fortunate to be able to do all of this through doing it online. And so I have a link down below to figure out how you can book with me if this is something that resonates with you. Okay, so let's get into it. So we have Helen Mirren, okay? So Helen Mirren is someone who has actually really bright skin undertones. So she has a clear skin undertone. Her undertone itself is clear. When you look at her colors, they actually look quite clear and quite bright. They don't look gray, even though she has gray hair. And so you can see here, I don't think that this gray blazer is really suiting her that much. I don't think it's doing her any favors. I think it really looks quite heavy on her, and it kind of really drags her down. And then, you know, it really just, it can drag her down a lot. Now, when she wears lighter colors, I do think that that is more flattering on her. So she's someone who has soft features to her face, meaning she has some soft cheeks. Her eyes have a bit of softness to them, and her lips are a little bit full as well. And so because of that, she looks beautiful in her case in bright colors and pastels. And it doesn't really matter that much what age you are, and it doesn't matter if you have gray hair or not, or if you have dark hair. If you are someone who has these soft features like Helen Mirren does, then you're going to look beautiful in pastels and bright colors. And if you wear dark colors, you are going to really be dragged down if you wear dark neutrals or heavy earth tones, regardless of your color type. And that has to do with your body type. And so I think here she looks a lot better already than she does maybe here with this dark gray color, and also the suit being so stiff. You know, she's more soft and curvy. And so yeah, but here I just love this. I love this on her. And I think, you know, a lot of people, again, they feel that when they go gray, they need to wear muted colors. But for Helen Mirren, that's really not true at all. She looks so beautiful in this bright, clear color. And you can still see her gray hair right there on her hairline. And you can definitely see that she is gray for sure. But her skin undertone is so clear and so bright. That's the thing. And also her features are so soft. And so that's why she looks so beautiful in bright colors. And she looks really dragged down in these grays, these darker grays, or any sort of colors that just don't have that brightness, that freshness, because she still has so much freshness and brightness to her because of her features and because of her skin undertone. And she can handle just as many bright colors as the brightest person ever can handle, because between her body type and her color type, she is also cool and radiant, by the way, and her body type is beveled soft. So I believe, now someone correct me if I'm wrong, she's also a Kibbe verified soft natural. And so I couldn't agree more. I put her into beveled soft, which my system correlates closely to Kibbe's body typing. So I would definitely put her into beveled soft. And so she has that some width to her silhouette, but she also has softness and curve. Okay, so she just looks beautiful in bright colors, and she has no business really wearing dark, heavy neutrals, or even just grays and very muted colors that are darker. She can do pastels if they're bright and fresh, like something like this. I think that looks really beautiful on her. And again, you know, she's gray. Her hair is gray. She's completely gray. But it just looks amazing on her. She really has no business wearing these really heavy colors. They look too heavy on her. So she just looks beautiful in these bright colors, these fresh colors. I think that just looks amazing on her. So she's a great example if you're someone who really resonates with her coloring and you found yourself that, so there's something about muted colors, the sort of traditional approach of being recommended muted soft colors. If you have gray hair, there's something about it that doesn't feel right. It could be that you are genuinely actually flattered by bright colors and by bright pastels and things like that, like Helen is. Next up, we have Kathy Bates. So Kathy Bates is someone who does have a muted and soft coloring, actually. Not like Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren has a bright skin undertone. She's very cool and very bright. But Kathy Bates has a muted quality to her. You can see she's not actually as bright as Helen Mirren. And she also, her gray hair color is not as white and clear toned as Helen Mirren's, and her skin tone itself also has a soft quality to it. And so, but at the same time, you'll see clearly that actually she does not look that great in grays. It really drags her down a lot. It really just makes her look older in an unflattering way. Now, whenever I say someone looks older, I always have to say that you can look older in a flattering way. There's nothing wrong in my mind with looking older. If you look older in a way that makes you look more wise or more ethereal or more elegant or more refined, I think that's amazing and excellent. But I don't think anyone wants to look older in a way that makes them look more tired, more dragged down. And that's what I'm saying here. She looks more tired, more dragged down, and she looks sort of out of date in a way in what she's wearing, and that's because she is mixed taut in terms of her body type, and the closest Kibbe type to that is flamboyant gamine. So if you've heard of flamboyant gamine, you know that flamboyant gamine really needs bright colors and contrasting colors. Really, those muted colors are going to just look so dragged down, so miserable on anyone with this kind of bone structure. So that's why she looks amazing here in what she's wearing. She looks fresh, and she looks good, and it just looks right on her. It looks aesthetically right. She has the contrasting black. It looks like her glasses are black, but I like that she has the black rimmed glasses or the dark rimmed glasses to match the black turtleneck that she's wearing. Because if you don't have a lot of darkness to your facial features, you may actually find that when you wear black, you want to do something to add contrast to your eye area, and this is one way to do it, is to wear these dark framed glasses, okay? Another thing that she could do is also wear darker eye makeup, but I can understand that some people don't always want to wear darker eye makeup, so this is a good option as well. So pure black is kind of considered a clear color in a way. It's kind of a weird example, but it is kind of a clear color. But I think it looks amazing on her, and you wouldn't think if you have this soft coloring like Kathy Bates, okay, you have like soft gray hair. It's not even platinum gray or anything, just soft gray hair, soft eyebrows, soft eyes, soft kind of muted skin undertone. Everything is soft and delicate. You wouldn't think that wearing something as harsh as a pure black would actually be flattering, and it is indeed flattering. It looks very fresh on her. It looks excellent on her. That's because of her body type. Here, this really drags her down. And now here also, again, so dragged down. The pastel, like ash pink. Not really, I don't know. Would you call that a pastel pink? You tell me. I would call that maybe an ash pink from what I'm seeing here. But yeah, it's just not working, And even her, she just looks so dragged down by that color. And also her hair in this case, because she is a mixed taut body type, she doesn't really look great with this kind of glamorous hair. She looks better with something more edgy, even as she ages. You can see, even as she ages, she really looks better with some sort of pixie cut, something with more texture, something with more layers, some sort of statement hairstyle that is not this kind of glamorous or soft or very classic type of hairstyle. This doesn't really suit her. It just drags her down. It doesn't work for her at all. But something like this actually makes her seem really self-aware. It doesn't make her seem like she's trying too hard to be young. Nothing like that at all, because she is mixed taut. She is which is the closest to flamboyant gamine. Okay, so that's why she just looks excellent in these kinds of elements, even as she gets older. And here, it just looks, what is that word? Dowdy, I guess. I think that's the word. I think it looks really dowdy on her, and this kind of hair also being so kind of like a little bit glamorous or something and not kind of edgy in a way. I think it just kind of drags her down a little bit. And this is the thing, is that when she's not afraid to go for something like this, it actually looks so good. And I feel like a lot of people, we have an intuition for what looks good on us, and we want to wear what looks good on us. We always do. And I always say, if you get your colors or if you get your lines, it should really line up with your experience in your life, And if you are drawn to something, like Kathy Bates could really be drawn to this pixie cut, and then she could have all of these, I don't know, I'm just imagining. Obviously, I don't know about Kathy Bates. I don't know what she thinks about this. But she could have all of these narratives that, well, when you're past a certain age, you shouldn't do a pixie cut. Not true. Okay, forget it. She should definitely do a pixie cut. She looks amazing. And she could be drawn to a pixie cut in her heart, and she knows that it flatters her, because we really do know, I think, in our heart, what flatters us. But then she feels, oh, well, someone like her may not feel like they can do a pixie cut at that age. I'm here to tell you, you totally can. You totally can, and you're going to look amazing, okay? If you're mixed taut, if you're a flamboyant gamine, you totally can. And then if a pixie cut used to look good on you when you were younger, it's going to look good on you when you're older. Your body type does not change as you age. And so the same thing for Helen Mirren, it's like she would not have looked good with a pixie cut when she was younger. She still would not look good with a pixie cut now, okay? Because that really wouldn't flatter her bone structure. She is a soft natural. That has nothing to do with a pixie cut. She has no big business having a pixie cut unless it really makes her happy, but I doubt that it would, because it wouldn't be flattering, okay? So anyway, so now here, I really love this for Kathy Bates, because she has more of like a tousled look to the hair. She doesn't have to do a pixie cut if she doesn't feel comfortable with it, although it seems like she does. But, she could do something just like more tousled hair instead of doing this kind of glam hairstyle. And you can see the bright colors look amazing on her. They look fresh on her, even though her hair is gray. And that's because of her bone structure, because of her body type. So there are so many other body types, so many other bone structure types, so many other ways that bright and clear colors could look excellent on you if you are someone with gray hair. Don't let your gray hair ever make you think that, or anybody in the world ever make you think that you shouldn't be wearing bright colors if you have gray hair, because that's completely false. There are so many reasons why you could be most flattered by bright colors if you are someone with gray hair, and lots of other things too, like a pixie cut, or like wearing things that are, more figure conscious, those things, they just look so amazing on Helen Mirren, no matter her age. And so there are so many things that I think can be limiting, when it comes to, you're a certain age or something. And so now all of the style rules have changed, okay? And it doesn't actually work that way. In my experience, it doesn't work that way. Most of the time, the things that were flattering to you when you were younger are still the things that are flattering to you when you're older. You may want to alter them a little bit, but they're not going to be night and day difference. It's not going to be like, when I was younger, I looked good in figure conscious things. Now that I'm older, I look good in completely oversized things. That never happens, okay? It's usually just, your style matures as you age, of course. Your style matures, your style changes, but it's not going to be just night and day difference that all of a sudden you look good in the opposite thing. You know, if you've always looked good in bright colors, chances are you're still going to look good in bright colors. If you've always looked good with a pixie cut, chances are you're still going to look good with a pixie cut. So anyway, so I think that's all I have to say. I think I should really make more videos on gray hair. Let me know if you guys are interested in videos on gray hair, because I feel like it doesn't get discussed enough, even though so many people obviously have gray hair, and it doesn't get discussed enough at all. And there are, in my mind, so many misconceptions about gray hair that I think just, it's not necessarily that stylists have them or other I take some issue with how other stylists treat gray hair. Maybe I do, maybe I don't know. It's more just the attitudes around gray hair that I find to be so limiting, and I think a lot of the time, most of those things are very much untrue. They really are very much untrue. You know, wearing bright colors, wearing something more youthful like a pixie cut, wearing figure conscious things, all of those things can be so flattering on anyone of any age. It really depends on your body type, your color type, and things like that. Okay, so that is it, you guys. That's all I have to say. Leave me some comments down below as usual. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in booking with me, I will leave a link to all of those down below. So I have the body typing, the color typing, and I also have the full report, which includes all of that, plus other stuff like essence and how your colors interact. You can see everything that's included in the links on the website if you go on the website. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you next time. Okay.